I don't know why they decided to make Christmas Cowboy Ken, but I'm so glad they did.
Fatality.
It's been a bit of a Quanchmas, if you will. And I will and do.
I will.
And I know you do too.
I have been. We should introduce ourselves.
Yes, we should. Welcome back to this week's episode of Wake Up 3. This is round 29. And we are your hosts, Molly
and Cam, and this is a fighting game podcast from a couple that loves fighting games. And we've got some holiday stuff coming your way.
We do. It's about Christmas time. But before we get into that, you know how things go around here. It's time for a mix-up. I am finally putting the long-awaited Combat League Season 2 stats to use.
Ooh.
So, I don't know if you've been keeping up. I mentioned over Season 2 that I was keeping track of all of my encounters, if they switched cameos, if it was a quitality. There's not really a set theme to it. It's just kind of a casual mix-up, if you will.
Okay.
Will you?
Yeah, I will.
I mentioned cameo switches. Let's start with that.
Sure. These were your cameo switches?
No. These are my opponent's cameo switches.
Okay, I didn't think so, because I thought you were pretty loyal to Jax.
I'm very loyal to Jax. Who would you guess was the number one cameo switch?
Were they switched to this cameo?
Yes, like this character was used as a backup the most.
I'm gonna guess Serena?
Correct.
That's funny.
So yes, out of the rare cameo switch, didn't see it too often, a total of under 10 times. Serena was the number one pick, followed closely by who would you guess?
Striker?
No,
That was just a
Striker
guess.
was an option though. Out of the very small pool of backups here, Striker was on the list. He was used.
Cool. Okay.
The number 2 choice ended up being Sector.
Oh, interesting.
So-
okay, cool.
Sector was used twice as a backup.
Cool.
Okay, let's get to the big stats though. Let's look at the big picture here. I encountered all cameos but one.
Shujinko?
That's correct. I think that's kind of a given, right?
Yeah. It's rare.
I have seen him this season though, I will say.
Yeah.
Someone did use him. It's always memorable if you do see him because
Yeah, I've seen him a handful of times, but it is very rare.
Which robot alongside Kano would you guess was the least chosen, aside from Shujinko with 0, but was the least chosen of cameos?
Which robot?
Yes. This robot and Kano were each chosen 3 times.
Would it be Sector?
It was Cyrax.
Weird. Okay.
And then for the most
I
chosen,
thought Cyrax would have been more popular.
well, nope, he was only picked 3 times. I don't know. I guess the nerf really scared a lot of people that were using him, maybe?
They're not loyalists.
Yeah. And for the bigs, the most chosen, there is a standout for sure. Could you guess a top 3 or 4?
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Let's go
Okay.
with Serena.
Yes.
Is she number 1?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. You see a lot of those. Kung Lao?
Kung Lao is in the top 4.
Is he number 4?
He shares the 3rd spot with someone.
Motaro?
Don't joke.
I'm just equating the teleports together. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I lied because Motaro is also least chosen along with Kano and
Oh, shit.
Cyrax.
Well, that's okay.
They all have 3. I just
You
didn't
forgot
even
about
look
him.
at his name.
You forgot about him completely.
Yep.
Well, was Tremor in there? Tremor was pretty new still.
Tremor was used a similar amount to Jax from what I saw. So somewhere in the middle.
I feel like I'm really bad at this guessing game.
Oops.
Kung Lao?
You already said Kung Lao.
Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. Who am I missing? Who do people play as for cameos?
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Who do you see?
I feel like that's who I see.
Just Kung Lao and Serena?
Striker, probably. I feel like I see a decent amount of Striker. Frost?
Frost had
I
the
could see
same
Frost.
amount as Kung Lao.
Okay, so third?
Yep.
Okay.
So
cool,
they
cool.
each had 25.
Wow, okay.
Serena at number 1 had a disgusting amount of 41.
Okay.
She was chosen more than the top character of the main characters by 10.
Wow. That makes sense. I feel like a lot of people
It's
rely on her.
It's a lot. And for second place, the sleeper, the one no one's talking about but everyone's using, Scorpion.
Okay. Yeah. I've been
It's
seeing
a
him
lot
a
of
lot
Scorpion. So that's kind of my little cameo side here. Let's go over to the main characters. Can you guess 3 characters that I did not see all of season 2?
more. You didn't see 3 characters that season?
Yes.
Wow. I'm gonna guess Shang Tsung.
Correct. I'm surprised you got that one first because that was the that was the one that took me forever to single out, just like last week.
Tanya? Sorry,
Yes.
I'm just throwing it out.
Yeah.
There. Wow, damn. Natara.
No.
Oh. Garrus?
No.
I'm gonna guess one more time. And I'm just gonna throw it out there. But Havoc?
Ashra.
Oh wow, really?
Yes.
That's surprising. She's good.
She is good.
She's really good.
So-
Is she getting slept on?
I think she is because I saw one Ashra so far in this very brief period that we've spent in season 3, but it was crazy.
That's wild.
I struggle with that mainly because I never see Ashra, so I never have a chance to train against them.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
Yeah, no Ashras for season 2. Surprising.
That's actually a wild stat. That might be the wildest one of all.
Now for the least chosen of the main roster characters, we have a tie again. And it is between 2 Adinians. What's your guess?
I guess Melina Katana. Or no. Let's go with Katana Rain.
Very close, but we're looking for the mother, Sindel Rain.
Oh, really?
Sindel and Rain were each chosen 3 times.
Wild. That's crazy.
Now, Katana wasn't far behind because she was only chosen 4.
That's another weird one to me where I don't see her a lot, and she's pretty good in this game.
She is.
Are people just tired of Katana and they're trying to go with different options?
And then for most used, we have a top 3. A solid top 3. Can you guess it?
Let's see. Your top 3 most seen. I'm going to guess Omni-Man.
Yes.
Smoke.
No.
Oh. Well. Which one was Omni-Man?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay. Well, I guess it was still his season, technically.
Very much so.
Man, who am I missing? Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero is number 3 with
Okay.
13.
I feel like even though people downplay Sub-Zero in this game, I still run into him a lot.
Yeah, clearly.
But there's still a
He
ton.
made the top 3.
Yeah, there's a ton of people that are like, yeah, he's not that good. He's like low
Oh,
tier.
they're absolutely crying.
Sub-Zero
that he's low
down
tier.
players.
Yeah,
They don't want their character touched.
that's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
But
They don't want their character touched. They're all in on it together.
you're once again missing that second
1
place.
and 3. Yeah, who do I got here? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go through. I always feel like ninjas are kind of a safe bet. That's why I went with Smoke, Sub-Zero. But I'm not going with the other ones, I don't think. I mean, you do see a little bit of Reptile, but... Is it Reptile?
It's not Reptile.
Okay.
Who is it?
Who is it? I've got Omni-Man and I've got Sub-Zero. Let's go with... Is it a lady?
No.
No ladies made the cut.
Nope.
Damn. Kenchi?
No.
Damn, dude. I guess you're gonna have to tell me the number 2. I guess I can't guess number 2s.
You're going to be so upset.
Is it Johnny?
It's Johnny.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I got it.
Whew.
I'm glad I finally swooped in last second.
It's Johnny.
For some reason, I wasn't thinking about him, but then I thought, oh yeah, another annoying character that I hate to fight.
Yes, Johnny's very popular. Even though
Yeah.
he suffered a slight nerf and damage, he is still quite the choice, I would say. I'm not really seeing it dwindling for him.
I feel like I actually have.
Really?
I've ever since his nerf, I've been running into less Johnnies for sure.
Oh, okay.
His damage
maybe
isn't-
he's having that Cyrax effect.
Yeah, his damage isn't as big as it used to be. He used to be able to get easy 450 combos, and now that's down to about 300. So he definitely got nerfed in damage. So how did I do on that mix-up? Not the best.
Not the best.
Not the
But,
best.
you know,
But okay, I guess.
it is just a small sampling of my season of Combat League, Season 2. So, you know, maybe there will be more stats to come.
Yeah.
Maybe there won't be. But it was fun to keep track for a season. And just kind of see the climate of even just like how people are choosing characters.
Yeah,
And
I mean, that's
I
a
have
lot.
the stats on the pairings too. So, like, that's interesting.
That's kind of cool.
But I'm not going to do that this week. That was everything that we have. Let's talk about our weekend fighting games.
Let's do it. So Quan Chi came out, obviously, and I've been playing him a bunch.
It was a rocky start, but he's here.
He's here. He's not as strong as I was hoping he would be. I feel like he's a character you really have to work with in order to get damage. But I'm still having fun with him.
You've mentioned that he's a character that you really want to learn.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, definitely.
you know, seeing that interest is still there despite the setbacks, according to some. Setbacks being he's got lower health, some of his frames, his pokes are not the best,
Right.
not what you would typically want. And I did know early on that, oh, this is really different to your usual go-to of like pressure, speed.
Yeah,
Chaos.
pressure and speed. I normally like pressure and speed, but yeah, I like this kind of setup character, and it's something I'm not really used to. I'm not used to being someone that has really good zoning. I'm not used to somebody that has a teleport. I think I'm liking Quan Chi for the most part. I think he's super fun. I'm still not perfect at him. I mean, I get better results as Baraka, but at the beginning of this season, I was all in, just pure Quan Chi from the start, and I was about minus 15 after a while. It wasn't going so hot. But I mean, I like him. I just feel like I've got a little bit more to go. I think Baraka is more of a natural fit. Quan Chi, I'm gonna have to figure it out and work a little harder, but I think he's super cool.
But you're willing to put in the work.
I think so, yeah. I think I really am, because he's so unusual, and I feel like once you do get his stuff off, it's super satisfying.
You're willing to go deep into the mines to retrieve that golden nugget
The golden
of Quan.
Nug.
Yeah, so you've been having a blast finally getting your hands on Quan Chi, the long-awaited sorcerer. Definitely over Shang Tsung, because people aren't even using him,
Yeah.
apparently.
He's like way less sorcerer than he used to be.
Yeah.
He still has fireballs, but he uses like
Yeah.
injections. And I don't love that, but you know, it is what it is. I've got my favorite sorcerer in the game now, so I'm happy. But-
Now, kind of getting into the episode here, we got Quan Chi, and it truly was Quanchmas, because we got a lot of other cool things that day.
Yeah, we got some holiday content.
And with these new Christmas skins, they finally did it. They did what I thought to be the impossible. And that is make me potentially want to play Reptile.
Oh, wow. Yep. Yep, I get it.
So,
He's got a real goofy and fun Christmas skin.
yeah, let's get into all of these fun Christmas things that we just got.
Let's do it.
So,
Let's do it. So, yeah, there was a bunch of holiday content for Mortal Kombat. One of the skins was Reptile, and he looks like a little elf, a little Santa's helper kind of elf dude. He's got pointy shoes. He's got tall striped socks. Looks like he has like little overalls. He looks so goofy. He's got a long hat. It's so silly.
So this skin is called Santa's Helper, and its colors are very, very fun.
Yeah.
And
pretty great.
yeah, I think the first thing that stood out to me were the striped tights. I was like, you could have given this to any character and I would have loved it. So I would not have cared about Reptile before.
Right.
And there's a bonus with this, actually, we found out. The lizard form of Reptile looks like a sugar cookie.
That's right, and that's so fun.
It's actually cute, guys. Like icing with sprinkles.
Yeah, he's got green and red sprinkles on him.
Yep.
It's fun.
It's really good. There are 2 other skins.
Yes.
So Katana and General Shao also have skins. Katana's is Mrs. Claus with a K, of course. So I really like it.
Yeah, it's a really good skin. It's fun and it's got good colors too. I like that it comes in blue twice, so it doesn't have to be holiday exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really like it. It's cool.
Keeps in theme with Katana.
Yeah.
I think that was the first one of the skins that I saw, and I was really excited.
It's a good look.
It's good, and she's got little dolls. Did you say the dolls?
No, I haven't said the dolls
She's
yet.
got little dolls that hang on the back of her belt.
She's got a little fox.
That's not my favorite part, but we'll ignore that.
Yeah,
I
there's
love
a
the
fox.
hair. I love the high-heeled boots, and yeah, just leaning into something out there. That's what I've been wanting, because I've just felt like the customizations and the skins so far have been just not that exciting, but this was like what I've been hoping for, what I've been missing.
For sure.
Now, the final one of these skins is Krampus, and it is General Shao as Krampus.
Yep.
This
It's
one is
bizarre.
They all cost different amounts, and this one is the most expensive.
I think that's a weird one. That's the only skin that I did not purchase.
Same.
I didn't like. Can you guess the one part I didn't like about it?
No.
It's the feet.
Oh, the hooves.
Yeah, he's got hooves. So he's got like goat legs and hooves. And other than
Yeah.
that, he's wearing a hooded, I guess, Santa jacket, basically. But he's just got hooves and goat legs, and he's all furry, and I don't like it. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Okay. That one's the most expensive, and then Reptile, and then Katana is the least. So I don't really know what the tier there means, or...
Not sure what the deal is.
And as this Krampus, he is in the fatality, the winter fatality.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun that he was in it for everybody. At first I thought it was just going to be your character in the sleigh, but yeah, it's always just Shao. This fatality is actually pretty fun. It's your character with a giant candy cane that they pick up off the ground. Kill you with a candy cane.
I think they behead you.
Yeah,
because then your head flies into a box.
Yeah, it flies up in the air, and General Shao flies down on a Santa-style sleigh, but it has demonic reindeer on it. One still has a Rudolph nose, which is cute. And he just flies by, swoops your head into a gift box, and gives us a ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
I would say the winter fatality is my favorite of the seasonal bundle of fatalities.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. It's a good one.
I'm not going to ever buy a fatality, but I do think that one's cool.
Yeah, same.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't mind seeing that one when people do it. It's a lot
I
better
haven't seen anyone do it yet.
I've seen like 2 people do it so far.
Man, lucky you. That leaves the stage.
And what is it called? Winter Wonderland?
Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonderland.
And it's not in Johnny's mansion like I thought every
Yeah.
every extra stage would be.
Yeah, you had this feeling at the beginning of the game that anytime we got a new holiday theme, it was just going to be in Johnny's house. So we were going to have like 18 Johnny house variations. I'm kind of glad that's not the case, even though that would be really, really funny. But it's at the Gateway.
Yeah, surprise. The gateway is Christmas themed.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. There's Christmas trees. There's little skulls that are just kind of decorative, I guess. Gift boxes.
There's just tons and tons of presents all
there's
over.
a lot of presents.
And these Christmas trees are just twirled up with lights. there's a really cute snowman with a rib cage in the middle.
Yeah, I thought that was really
instead
fun.
of a ball of snow for his middle.
I think it has little antlers.
Yeah,
It looks cute.
We'll
It's fun.
post a picture. We took a picture. And Katana's in the Mrs. Claus skin in this picture. And you get to see Quan Chi, so Merry Quanchmas. But yeah, we'll post that for you to look at if you follow the Twitter page. Do you like that they chose the gateway? I know you had mentioned you wanted to see the courtyard, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, Sindel's courtyard. I think
Sindel's
that would have
courtyard.
been a really cool and a really extravagant one that they could have done potentially for Christmas.
Yeah.
Deck the halls literally with all kinds of Christmas stuff.
Yeah, because clearly there's
Christmas
Christmas in
thrones.
Outworld. It's at the gateway.
Right. And at first, that was my number one choice. But then I thought a little deeper. And my true number one choice, if I could have any themed Christmas stage, would be the Tarkatan camp.
Oh, why there?
Because I just think that would be fun if it was more festive and decorated.
Oh, okay.
I just want that. I don't know. I just feel like they deserve it, you know?
Yeah, I guess they do. I mean, they definitely do. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course they do.
I want to see the Tarkatan war
You
camp all festive and lit up. And
You know where I want to go for New Year's?
where do you want to go for New Year's?
Shang's Lab.
I thought you were going to say Johnny's house.
Or the tea house.
Tea house would be cute. That'd be fun.
Yeah. That's all we have to say about the Christmas content. That was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I thought that
But
was fun.
I am glad that we got some substantial Christmas stuff in MK1.
Yeah, pretty great. Street Fighter 6 did a little bit of Christmas content, but nothing for actual characters. They released a bunch of Battle Hub outfits and stuff that you could get for your character, or little stickers and emotes, basically, for that mode. But yeah, that's all they did for holiday content. I feel like Street Fighter V did holiday content right. Almost every character in that game got some sort of holiday outfit. Most of them are just kind of samey, where they're wearing just festive robes with the white fur around them, maybe a Santa hat. There are a couple of them that really stand out, though. And I wanted to talk about those. First off, you've got G, this tall, skinny android man, and he kind of fights like Q, but they gave him a full-on Santa outfit with a huge beard, Santa hat. I think it's a fun look. They also gave Blanca a reindeer pajama onesie. I think it's fun. I know you don't really like that one.
I didn't care for it.
There's something about it. I just think it's, I mean, if you're going to have a Blanca on screen, you might as well have him dressed like a reindeer, maybe.
Maybe not.
Eh. My favorite one, I saved this for last. It is Christmas Cowboy Ken. I don't know why they decided to make Christmas Cowboy Ken, but I'm so glad they did. He's got sunglasses, and then this deep cut V-neck, what would you even call this jacket?
It looks like a bodysuit cut down to your
Abs?
waist.
Yeah, so it's a low-cut bodysuit with a thick belt. He's got a cape.
It's like, this is what a sexy Mrs. Claus would be wearing if you put a skirt on it. Like, just
Oh my
imagine the
God.
top.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
like-
You're right.
It's like Mrs. Claus, but sexy. But it's Ken with a cowboy hat and glasses?
Yeah.
And a big old, what is that? The North Star
I think that's
on his crotch?
I think that's the North Star highlighting the crotch. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's interesting. I think that's a pretty good skin. I mean, makes me want to play the character, honestly.
Yeah. And let's not forget the cape.
Yeah, the cape's pretty great too. They gave him a cape for some
I
reason.
mean, you gotta have a little cape. It's cold.
Yeah, why not? I guess he does have his chest
gotta,
exposed.
Yeah, he's got to make up for the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Ken actually has a history of
Silly
being
outfits.
kind of badass. Or
Yeah.
silly outfits, whichever
Yeah.
way you read it.
Badass. Yeah. They also did a holiday theme on one of the stages in Street Fighter V, and I like it. It's Abigail's garage. Normally there's this huge hulking statue of Abigail, or animatronic or something of Abigail, and he's holding a sign that just says like Mad Gear Garage. But this time it just says welcome, and there's presents, there's trees, he's wearing a little hat, there's a
Wow.
snowman. It's cute. I feel like it's actually a pretty good stage. You can see the Statue of Liberty in the background.
Is that normal?
Probably.
Did they add that for Christmas?
But yeah, I like it. It's fun.
I like it too.
That's the first example that I could ever find in Street Fighter. The Street Fighter V was actually the first time Street Fighter did Christmas.
Yeah.
There is one other Christmas thing I wanted to talk about. It was the earliest example of a Christmas thing I could find in any fighting game.
Okay.
This is from the Clay Fighter series. Are you familiar with it?
Barely.
Well,
Only by name.
Okay, well, they made 3 of these games. The third one is Clay Fighter 63 and a third. They were playing on the Clay Fighter 64, Nintendo 64 title. In that game, you can play as a character named Sumo Santa. And it's this big fat Santa Claus. He's shirtless. The final cameo of Mortal Kombat 1 will be a train. Just gonna have a move where it goes across the screen and hits you. Because it's a train. What else would it do? Give us a playable train for DLC. Jeez!
Well,
This thing is still going.
all right. Is that all the little Christmas stuff we wanted to talk about? Hopefully you enjoyed this little exploration of Christmas and fighting games.
Yeah, definitely.
And we will definitely see you next Christmas for more of that. But until then, we are Wake Up 3, and we will see you next week for the final episode of the year.
Yes.
Which will be something very exciting and something of a Wake Up 3 awards show, if you will.
I think I will.
I definitely will. And we hope you will too.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hope you get some good fighting games in your stockings. See you next week.
Yeah, and happy birthday to Kyle.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Wake Up 3. You can follow along on Twitter at Wakeup3FGC or on YouTube and Spotify at Wakeup3. I'm your host Cam, and you can find me at Big Ruck Online on all social media.
And I'm your host Molly, and you can find me on Twitter at Concut, that's KAHNKUT, or on PlayStation, that's Jan Michaels.
This is Wake Up 3 signing off.
Bye. You're not going to say Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas from Wake Up 3. Man, the trains tonight are just going.